There's a whole bunch of people that have name brand stuff that can't even put an outfit together.
It looks like you lost another one.
Yes, sir. Hi, Alan, bro.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Tro, and I'm back with another video. Now in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 7 tips about getting into fashion. Now hopefully, you use these tips. Now before I start this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get my notifications, and follow my social media. Now let's get to it. Know your proportions. Now personally, I know that I'm an average 5'1", average skinny girl, so I already knew my proportions. I know that I'm either an extra small or a small depending on where I buy and the sizing, but for other people it could be different. Literally measure yourself. Just take measurements of the length of your sleeve, your chest, your bust, your waist, your inseam, your outseam, all of that. Just measure yourself, know your measurements, because if you don't know your measurements, you can waste your money on buying clothes that are either too big or too small or whatnot. And know your shoe size too. I know it might sound crazy, but some people don't know their shoe size. I was a victim to that. I used to think that I was a size 6 in kids, so like literally half of my shoes are too big for me, but I still wear it because I double up on my socks, but they're still too big for me. I used to think I was a size 6, size 7 in kids, so I would always buy, size 6, size 7 in kids. The shoe would always come out too big for me. It wasn't until like literally last year or 2 years ago I realized I'm not a size 6 in kids. I'm a size 6 in women's. I'm a 5.5 in kids instead. Know your shoe size, know your proportions, because you can really save a ton of money if you just know your size. And also, if you're buying from, let's say a small business, or it doesn't matter where you're buying from. Let's say you're usually a size small, but when you measure yourself, you see the measurements, and wherever you're buying from, those measurements are accurate to a size medium on there, because the size might fit bigger than what you usually buy. That's a perfect reason why you should know your measurements, and you should put these measurements on your notes in case you forget what your measurements are, so you can save your money and you know which size to buy. Know your aesthetic. There's many aesthetics. There's streetwear, workwear, Y2K, cyberpunk, Japanese archive, flamboyant, and there's like many more. And also, there is nothing wrong with having more than one aesthetic, because me personally, I have like 3 aesthetics. There's nothing wrong with having more aesthetics. If you feel good in wearing what you're wearing, wear it. If you feel like wearing streetwear one day, and then the next day you want to wear workwear, and then the next day you want to wear Y2K, that's fine. That's totally fine. If you feel good with whatever you put on, that's 100% okay. It doesn't have to be the same aesthetic, because you know yourself better than anyone. And if you don't know your aesthetic, that's also fine. Experiment. With experimenting, you can go thrifting. You might find an interest in cyberpunk and flamboyant, interest in streetwear and business wear, or streetwear and casual wear, which is totally fine. Experiment, thrift these outfits. And why I say thrift, because this is an experiment and you want to spend less money as possible. Thrift aesthetics that you feel like you would want. And if you don't like the aesthetic, you thrifted it and you don't like it, so you can return it or give it to a friend or whatnot. But thrifting can save you a lot of money if you're experimenting. And if you end up liking it, you can go back to the thrift store and buy more of what they have in that section that you bought it from. And if you don't, you just know to not go to that section anymore, or not buy it in stores or whatnot. And yeah, as I said, thrifting can save you a lot of money. because you're experimenting with this and you don't know if it looks good on you. You might think it looks good, but then when you put it on, you're like, oh, I don't really like how it looks on me. It's okay to thrift. I know there are a bunch of people on this planet that say thrifting is gross or thrifting is weird because, you know, it was used from another person. As long as it's stain free, there's no flaws on whatever item you get, it doesn't hurt to buy it. Because at the end of the day, after you thrift, you automatically gotta wash it. You don't know if the person that had it before washed it before they gave it to the thrift store or Goodwill or whatnot. So just wash it and it'll be brand new. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's brand new. So yeah, it's really okay to thrift. You can find gems at thrift stores. Trust me, you can find a lot of gems at thrift stores. You just gotta know where you're going, because some thrift stores don't have what you're looking for. Experiment with colors. I used to hate green. I hated it. I never wanted to experiment with green. Like, I just felt that green was an ugly color. Now look at me, I'm wearing it. Like, so just experiment with colors, because you never know what looks good on you until you try it. There are people that just wear all black. They might like black. Yeah, black is a nice color. It's a neutral color. It's a nice. But experiment with other colors. There are many other colors in this world than just black. You can make your fit better if you add matching colors. Like these two, pink and green. I would have never thought that it went together like good. But on this shirt, it looks good. But I wouldn't have known if I never bought it. But since I bought it, I know now. So I just say experiment colors, because you never know what looks good on you until you try it. Wear something that makes you feel comfortable. Just be you. You don't have to like follow up on trends. And I can say I've been a victim of following up on trends. Yes, I've been a victim of that. But I realized like some of this stuff is not for me. So yes, I avoid some trends. It doesn't matter what you put on your body. As long as you feel comfortable with wearing it, wear it. Some trends come back alive and some trends die out. Like for me, I bought bootcut jeans once. And I thought that, you know, maybe it might look good on me. I put it on. To me, I looked a hot mess. I don't like bootcut jeans. I never did. And I tried it and I didn't like it. Trends, they die. They die down. Because that's just how it is. So just wear what you feel comfortable with wearing. Don't wear what everyone's wearing. If everyone's wearing a certain type of style, how does that make you unique? How does that make you the odd one out? How does that make what you're wearing pop out? And from there, if you do follow trends, from there you gotta think to yourself, okay, what can I do that can make me different from the rest? In this world, everyone copies everyone. You just have to be a different person. You just have to have a different sense of style. You just have to be different. And from there, from learning that, you know, not everything has to be the same with everyone. You don't have to, you know, match with your friend or twin with your friend or whatnot. From there, you can just find your own path and find whatever clothing that makes you unique. You don't have to follow up on trends, because not all trends are for everyone. Not all trends are for everyone. Know who you follow. I'd pay attention to this tip. Know who you follow. Because if you follow someone that you love their style, you love what they put on, every single Instagram fit, 10 out of 10, just got you like, oh, where'd they get that from? Here's what you can do. You can either A, if you're really interested in that fit, you can either A, DM that person, hey, where'd you get X, Y, and Z? If they didn't tag where they got their clothes from. B, you can, if you are feeling scared, you can reverse the search from Google and figure out where they got it from. Or C, find something that looks similar to that and make it better. Like I said, you're trying to be different. It doesn't matter what style you're wearing. It doesn't matter what aesthetic you have on. You're just trying to be different from the rest. Unless you want to copy, but I highly doubt that you want to do that. You want to be different. If you can't find where that person got it from, maybe they didn't tell you, maybe it's sold out, maybe it's not in your size, find something similar and ask yourself, what can I do to make this outfit better? Like I said, you can recreate the fit. There are so many outfits that I've recreated just by looking at who I follow. I've recreated a lot of fits and added more stuff to make it better. You might not have the same exact shirt, you might not have the same exact pants or shoes or whatnot, but as long as you recreate it and make it make it like unique, that's totally okay, it's totally fine. Avoid name brands. You can save so much money if you avoid name brands. You can buy a white t-shirt from Walmart that's $5 instead of a white t-shirt from Polo that's $40 that got the Polo sign at the bottom of the t-shirt that you can barely even see, but since it's Polo, ooh. You know how much money you could have saved? You could have saved like $35. But no, since you are catching the attention of name brands, since you want people to notice your name brands, now you're just wasting money. You don't have to buy name brand stuff to look fly, because there's a whole bunch of people that have name brand stuff that can't even put an outfit together. So you don't have to buy name brand stuff. You really don't. Just because you see other people doing it, they might think they look good with whatever they have on, but truth and reality, they might have not put on the fit right. They could have added something different to make the fit better, but because it's a name brand fit, they thought it looked tough. So, like I said, avoid name brands. You don't have to get it. You're trying to ball on a budget. With that being said, those are my 7 tips on getting into fashion. And if you disagree, you disagree. These are just my opinions and these are my tips. If you disagree, you disagree. I'm not gonna argue with whatever you disagree on, because that's, like I said, it's your opinion, it's my opinion. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get my notifications, and follow my social media.
I hate this channel.
No! No!